times have you turned on that light switch today? Now, how many of you know who Nikola Tesla was? Have you even heard of that name? A lot of Americans, in fact, most Americans probably have never heard that name. It's unfortunate, because Nikola Tesla was probably the greatest inventor of the modern era. My name is Alex Brown, and today I'm going to tell you why Tesla was the greatest inventor of our time. I'm going to start with a little about his life. I'll then tell you why he's better than Thomas Edison, the greatest inventor most people consider as, and then I'll finish up with why we should thank Tesla for what he gave us. Tesla was born in Austria-Hungary, which is now modern-day Croatia, in 1856, according to the Encyclopedia Britannica. He then went to school in Austria and also went to the University of Prague. After he graduated, he was an electrical engineer for several years until he immigrated into the United States in 1884. When he immigrated, he worked as an inventor under Thomas Edison himself for a little while, but pretty soon they had differing views on how things should be done. After Tesla stopped working for Edison, he worked for George Westinghouse. Working under George Westinghouse, he created alternating current, or AC power. He also created the first modern electric motor that ran on AC power. He also created the radio. Moving on. Tesla should be more famous than Thomas Edison because we use Tesla's AC power to power our lives every day. Back in the late 1800s, Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla had a fierce rivalry going on, whether to power the nation with AC power or Edison's direct current or DC power. AC power had the advantage of being easy to generate, and it could be transmitted long distances with relatively little effort. Now, Thomas Edison's DC current could not be transmitted very long distances without having several substations in between, and it wasn't as easy to generate. However, Edison did some unethical things to show how dangerous Tesla's AC power was. Edison often would electrocute stray animals with AC power to prove that it was dangerous and that we should use DC power. Edison even electrocuted a full-grown elephant to prove a point. After 1893, when Tesla got the rights to power and light up the World Columbian Exchange in Chicago, this revolutionized the way we use electricity today. This one event basically put Edison in the ground. There was no hope for Edison's DC current to be used in the way we electrify the nation. Once that occurred, Tesla also created the first hydroelectric power at Niagara Falls. He put in 2 AC generators to use the power of the water to generate electricity. Tesla also created the radio, although most history textbooks will say that an Italian inventor named Marconi got credit for creating the radio. However, in 1944, the U.S. Supreme Court went back and looked at the patent and looked at Tesla's earlier work and then overturned the decision and gave the patent back to Tesla and took it away from Marconi. So Tesla actually created the radio first. Also, Tesla had the idea for wireless communications. The cell phone that you use today, the radio waves we listen to in our cars, were Tesla's idea. We should all say thank you to Nikola Tesla, because even though Thomas Edison gave us the light bulb, Tesla is the one who allowed us to power it. We should also thank Tesla because although Edison invented what would be the modern-day motion picture, we power that motion picture with Tesla's AC current. We also need to thank Tesla for creating hydroelectric power, a renewable and sustainable energy source that is being used across the nation. And we should thank Tesla because we can use our cell phones, we can listen to radios. Nikola Tesla is the greatest inventor of the modern era. Sadly, he died in 1943, alone in New York. This was a mysterious man that people know very little about, although it's unfortunate. Tesla was not driven by money. Tesla was driven by helping humanity. All of his inventions that he's done have somehow helped mankind and made it better. We should all say thank you to Nikola Tesla for making the world possible as it is today, because we can use electricity.